Texas leader, Senator Wendy Davis.
greatest country in the world. And we know that in this state, we can do things that make dreams come true. My dreams came true in the state of Texas. My story is a story that I think we want to make sure that every young girl and boy in Texas has the opportunity to achieve. To come from a family of poverty and to rise through that with two very important things that the state helped to provide. One of those was a quality education and the ability to get financial aid so that I could get an education. And it was a Planned Parenthood clinic on Henderson Street in Fort Worth, Texas. We have an opportunity to return Texas to that place. And I don't know if you're feeling the energy like I'm feeling it, and my comrades in the Texas Senate are feeling it, and our comrades in the Texas House are feeling it. But there's something different going on in Texas right now. And that something different is a Texas that says, we want leadership that cares more about us than they care about themselves and their political future. That we capture the energy that we're feeling tonight together and move it forward and hold on to it and make sure that it grows and it grows and it grows until we have an opportunity to demonstrate that our voices truly do matter. I'm going to close with a quote from Governor Ann Richards. Graduation class at Colorado College, which my youngest daughter graduated from. And she said to the young people gathered there, I want to urge you to make waves. I want to urge you to rock the boat. I want to urge you to get off your duff. I want you to speak out at whatever cost if it comes from your heart.